Hi guys, welcome back and namaste. This is Raju again. So I'm in West London and in a quiet place and very quietly talking to you, and you'll soon learn what exactly it is. So this is I'm at Brahma Kumaris and I'm in front of Jayanthi. Namaste.
Namaste.
So I actually want to know more about this place and more about meditation as well. So I thought like better I'll ask you to explain about this particular place here in London, which is mainly in West London, right?
Northwest.
Northwest, yeah. So yeah, please go ahead.
The Brahma Kumaris is known as the spiritual university because we come here to study spiritual knowledge about the soul, about God, about karma philosophy, and on the basis of that understanding we begin to meditate. Meditations become very popular nowadays, but there are so many varieties of meditation that people don't know what is useful for them or not. But Raj Yoga meditation is known as the highest form of meditation because this is the one in which you can incorporate Bhakti Yoga, Dhyan Yoga, Karma Yoga, Hatha Yoga, all of these incorporated within Raj Yoga. And so when we meditate, we are actually coming to the awareness of the inner being, the soul, and connecting with the source of love and light, the Supreme Soul. And we use the name Shiva, the benefactor, the being of light. And so these are very universal teachings, and so we have people from many different traditions come to us because meditation is for everyone. To be able to get to know myself, and because I then know myself, I also have the capacity to be able to transform myself, because all of us have a mixture of things that are beautiful and not so good. And very often we look at ourselves and we say, well, how can I change these habits? And so meditation, the connection with the divine, gives us the power to be able to do this. So here we have people who come to study meditation, practice meditation, and then they get involved with the activities and help us in all the activities too.
Okay, so when you say activities, what are these activities you're talking about?
It's a big house, and so we run many types of courses, we run seminars, and of course under COVID now everything is on Zoom, so we don't need so much space, but we still have coming to our auditorium a group of about 120 people on Sundays, and other days maybe about 80. And also then that's a Hindi group. Then we have a group of about 50, 60 that come to our conference room, and that's an English speaking group. And then we have a Tamil speaking group that come to one of our other meeting halls. And so we have activities going on with these groups also, morning class, meditation, spiritual study, and then we run courses on self-esteem, anger management, time management, women's empowerment. We run classes for spirituality for men, for children, for young people. So a lot of different activities that take place.
So when you say courses, one thing come to my mind is like, okay, what's the cost? So everyone, there's a cost. Like every time you talk about a course, it's like, oh, you pay something, you get it. So how much do you charge? If I ask you?
We have a very expensive charge, and that is your time. Your time is most precious, and we don't charge money because we believe that spirituality is like the light of the sun. It's available for all and should be available for all, totally free, so that whoever is interested can take it and benefit from it.
Oh, nice. So this, like when you're talking about the courses, like what is the duration? And every course might have a duration, a specific. Is there any specific course which I need to start here? And to begin with, like, okay, this is where you come in. You come in for specific days, you are like ready for it, and you go to the next level. Where does it start here?
It's actually become much easier because you can sit comfortably at home enjoying one of the courses on Zoom. So we have all those variety of courses on Zoom also, but most of the time we aim to have a session for about an hour or an hour and a half, no longer than that. And it's usually in 6 sections. And so people come for 6 lessons for an hour or an hour and a half. The positive thinking is like this, the anger management is something like this. The Raj Yoga course, the meditation course, is a little bit different. And we have 10 sessions of about 90 minutes each.
Okay.
And so people can take that and gradually understand how to be able to meditate.
Okay.
But we also have an intensive, and now with an intensive also on Zoom, that's available. But when people came here, then we would also have an intensive just for one day.
Okay.
So they would come at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then they would be finished by 4:30 in the evening. And hopefully in that space we would also then have lunch, but we would also then be able to give them a flavor of what is meditation, and they could practice meditation at home on the basis of that.
Okay, so can I say that after I finish my 7 days, like I'm up there and I'm ready. And for example, I come for anger management. I've done 7 days course. Do you think that, okay, you've done the course, you go back, be normal? That's done.
Well, my hope would be that even just the first day's lesson would have given you some insights into what are the triggers that are causing the anger. And so you don't have to wait for 6 weeks to be over before you see the results. Hopefully you'll begin to see the results from the very first day. And the same thing happens with meditation. Even the first lesson of knowing who I am and coming to that inner awareness of the soul. Practice this, stay in that awareness, and you'll find that through the week that passes, you feel very different. Your responses to other people are very different. The way you behave and interact with them is different. So you don't have to wait till the end of the course to make a difference, but you'll be able to see that difference as you go along.
And it doesn't stop there, right? It gets into your lifestyle and then you do it every day and whenever you want. So because last I was talking to Shankarji and he was saying that it becomes your lifestyle. So do you preach that as well? Do you tell people that, okay, after this, like every day you can do it? Is there a practice there that you have to do?
In fact, say for example, again with the meditation course, we give them homework.
Yeah.
And we suggest to them that they practice these ideas as homework every day. And so the practice is not then just while they're with us, but they take away something that they can use and practice and see what difference it makes. And so, of course, by the end of the course, we tell them, well, that's just an introduction. And whatever you've been practicing, whatever you've been learning, our hope is that you're finding that it's making a difference and you want to continue with that practice. And so, of course, this is something for life. It's not just something that you say, okay, now I've got a certificate, I can put it on my wall and that's it.
Nah, yeah, okay,
It's something for life.
It becomes your lifestyle, yeah. Okay, and so are there many, there are different centers all over the world. In the UK, if I'm from far, is there a location I can go to my area? Like, is there a different center there which I can go for?
Yes, we have centers scattered all around. And for example, in Hounslow there's a centre, in Romford there's a centre, all over the world, all over the country. But in some places we have contact addresses, and you can contact those people and they'll let you know where it is they're having programs, because they might not necessarily have a proper centre, but there are definitely contact points. There are 44 contact points where you can find something close to you. And so in London, in the Greater London area, there's about 14 different contact points where you can make connection.
And thanks to Zoom as well now, you can go all night.
Now it's even easier.
Easier, yeah.
Now you don't even have to find where the location is, you just need the connection, the link, and you can be anywhere in the world, let alone the UK.
So you're talking about different languages, you said English, Tamil and Hindi. Are there any other languages where like people are completely not aware of any other? Maybe I'm a Gujarati or a Marathi. Not like, yeah, most of the North Indians, like they know Hindi, but I'm asking like, Is there any other languages you guys do this
Yes,
class?
we do Tamil, we do Telugu courses, and I'm sure if people want
Nepali.
Nepali, we've got Nepali, we've got Gujarati, of course. So we've got all the different languages of India. Punjabi courses are going on also. But apart from the regional languages of India, we also have people in all the countries abroad, 120 countries. So most times, whichever language you speak, whether it's Chinese or Arabic or German or Spanish or whatever it is, we can arrange for you to have a course in your language.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
once someone comes to learn here, when they learn it, they go out and start teaching, and that can be
not so quickly.
Not so quickly, is it? Okay.
Once they come here,
Yeah.
they start practicing,
Yeah.
and they see the changes that are happening within their own life. And over the period of about 8 months, we would suggest to them that they meditate every day, they study more and more of the teachings every day. And normally we would say after 8 months, why don't you think about taking a trip to have a retreat in Mount Abu? And now let's see when the doors open and travel begins. But normally we would suggest a person to go to Mount Abu and have a retreat there. And once they've been on that retreat and they want to have teachers training, then we would invite them to have teachers training. Because to understand myself and practice this is one thing, but to be able to convey these ideas to others, there's obviously a certain amount of training that's necessary.
Okay.
So then they would be invited to join one of our training sessions.
So that means that there's a full process saying that, okay, you're
Definitely.
ready to go and teach. Okay. Not like, okay, I thought I came for 7 days, I know it, I go. No, yeah.
But you see, whatever you've learned in one day,
Yeah.
you go home and your family says to you, where have you been? What have you been doing? You're going to tell them.
Yeah.
And so it's an automatic process of sharing with others.
Yeah.
But of course, the formal teaching takes a while. But yes, whatever you've learned, in fact, one of our seniors used to say, each one teach one. And so whatever I'm learning, let me share it with others.
Okay. So like other meditations, is there anything you talk about dietary needs, like, okay, you should only eat this or something? Some kind of advice you give when you come here?
People usually ask us a question, what can help me in my meditation? And so we would suggest, okay, try plant-based diet. So vegetarian, but without onions and garlic. We would say, try that sattvic diet for maybe a couple of weeks and see the difference it makes. And usually they themselves feel healthier, they feel lighter, they feel it's easier to digest food, and so they begin to notice things about their physical health which is improved, and also their spiritual health, and to of course stay away from alcohol and cigarettes and drugs, all of these things. And so they find that they feel much better, and so they want to continue. So we don't say only come if you're a vegetarian, no, we'll say come, but experiment with it and see how you feel about it and the difference it makes for you.
Okay. And is there anything to do with the timing you do this meditation? What is the best time to do it?
Any time is good time for meditation.
Okay.
But if you're really serious about going into it deeply, we would advise that early morning, and the earlier the better, and the best time is 4 o'clock in the morning. And so if you can spend some time very early in the morning while the world is quiet and you're not occupied with any distractions, no telephones, no nothing, that's a good time to meditate.
Okay, thank you. So I think so this was about completely getting the basics of what this. So you said this is called Raja Yoga, is it right? So what Raja Yoga is about? So if you guys want to actually learn more about it, I'm going to give you all the addresses. The addresses, the main office. It's not a main office, main center, right? It's a main center address, and the other addresses in my description below. And there are the good news is there are a lot of Zoom classes as well, which you guys can easily attend from your house without going anywhere. And the other things are like, yeah, anger management, whatever different topics we have seen now, we'll have specific episodes to talk about it. Like, so whenever we get time, we'll come back and we'll do more episodes. So thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.